whole world is burning. Sometimes, the only way to put out the flames is with more fire.
Trade you all for this.
This is the theatre at war, Arthur. There's no curtain call for bravery.
Bravery's what comes after, not what you were in the moment.
Target locked. Dropping bomb.
Whatever we do it together.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta. Digital pre-orders get instant access to the Night Raid, Mastercraft, and Black Ops, Cold War, and Warzone.
Fucking GG is dead. Oh, got Vanguard in the minis already. Literally all I can say is just yay. I really couldn't give a shit. I literally could not give a shit at this point in time. If the gameplay's fun, I'll take it, dude. If the gameplay's fun, I'll take it. But right now, I'm leaving my mind open, but I'm not, at the moment, I'm not really excited. So everyone, that was my initial reaction to the Vanguard trailer after doing the Warzone event. I wanted to actually quickly talk about the Warzone event a little bit for people who aren't actually going to get to play it or just don't feel like playing it, and talk about my opinions about Vanguard. So to start off with the event, we got gameplay in the background here. Basically the objective is to destroy a train. That's literally it. You basically get thrown in with a RPG and a random weapon. It's usually an AK, a Farah, or a C-58, if that matters at all. You got to set up explosives, ambush the train, and then you've got to take out the the turrets on the train, and take out all the carts, and then eventually you take out the main front, front of the train, and you blow up the train. It's fairly simple. And it's a full lobby of people running around with rocket launchers. It's a complete shitfest, and I love it. Seeing a bunch of morons running around with rocket launchers is the greatest thing ever. Depending on how much damage you do to the train, you'll get some blueprints or calling cards, stuff like that. Depending on how much damage you do to the train, I believe there's like 5 or 6 different items you can get by doing so much damage to the train. I did the event twice, so I could actually get everything. And it does count on squad damage, it's not self-damage, so you know, even if you either die or something like that, you'll still be able to get it if your squad's doing damage to the train, which is nice. Map looks kind of decent, cool with the new colors and shit, whatever. Get on with the Vanguard opinion. Right now, for me, Vanguard is... I'm just indifferent. Right now, let's go just by mode. Campaign, I'm not getting my hopes up for anything. I've never really gotten my hopes up for campaign that much. If the campaign ends up being good and wowing me, then that's amazing, but campaign's not really what I play COD for anymore. Or not really ever. I always played for MP and zombies. So, you know, not much to say on that. You know, there seems to be some characters that might be pretty cool, but as of right now, nothing really, because nothing's really come out or been said much about the game yet. Multiplayer, multiplayer is, to me, the way I see this going down is going to be like World War II. Well, the World War II, you know, story or time frame or whatever in Call of Duty is fucking boring. Nobody really asked for another World War II game. No one really wanted another World War II game, but we're getting one. Now, if the gameplay is actually good and they can provide us with something nice, and, you know, there's not any surprises with more microtransactions than there already have been in the last 2 games or anything like that, then I think it'll be fine. As long as the gameplay is good, and it doesn't, you know, it takes away from that boringness that is the World War II like era of games, I think we'll be fine. And I think that the MP may turn out like how COD World War II's did, where it's not necessarily a bad MP, but a lot of people will just kind of chuck it out the window and stick to Cold War and Modern Warfare, similar to how World War II was, where everybody stuck to Black Ops 3, and like, I mean, who really stuck to IW? I mean, some people did. I liked IW. IW was, and I mean, even same as IW, we include IW in this, as well as World War II, where people were like, this is trash, went back to the CODs from like 1 to 2 years ago, and that left the casual, you know, people who were just like, oh, cool, a new COD game, and we're just kind of playing it. And there really weren't sweats on World War II. There really weren't. And that's, you know, that's one reason why I had so much fun on World War II, because nobody was really sweating or anything on World War II. It was just kind of people just chilling playing COD. Granted, mind you, I didn't like a whole lot of the maps. The maps were way better than Modern Warfare in my opinion, but I just, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. I feel like it could go like World War II, but we'll have to see if the committee actually likes it or not. But zombies is a bit of a weird slope for me, because I love Cold War Zombies. Cold War Zombies' gameplay loop with the tiers and the way they did pack-a-punch and everything is amazing. It's phenomenal. Probably the best gameplay loop they've had. And the counterpart to that is now that it's a SledgeHammerGames Call of Duty, I was kind of hoping for something different. I wasn't hoping for the same system again, because there was always kind of something different every game, depending on the developer, or even if it's just Treyarch doing another zombies game, there was something different there. Either the engine changed, like, you know, World at War feels way different than Black Ops 1, Black Ops 1 feels way different than Black Ops 2, and etc. It always felt different, but now it seems like they might just copy and paste I don't want them to copy and paste everything from Cold War and like leave it. I would imagine they'd put something new in, but I don't want it to feel too similar to the point where it's like, well, I've already played this. And that's probably one of my biggest concerns, is just it feeling the same as Cold War and not really innovating on anything. Cause like, personally, if it was me, I would like to see honestly, I would rather see the armor system back. If it was Sledgehammer deving the zombies, I would like to see the World War II armor system back, because that was a decent system. I think, honestly, it's the best zombies system in a non-Treyarch Call of Duty game. Because, I mean, having Tough Enough in IW was just the old zombie system with a new, jug with a new name. It was different, but it was actually good. It didn't suck. I heard like a week ago that somebody said to me like, they're gonna do a prologue to Cold War for zombies. They're gonna do a prologue to the zombie story. I'm like, huh? Like, I don't like. I really don't know if that's really necessary. I really don't. Considering how Cold War started, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about them doing a prologue again. Like, that doesn't, that just doesn't. I would not enjoy that at all, as far as I'm concerned. I really wouldn't. My hope, honestly, is that they just take the Cold War story, and instead of ending it, obviously, I hope they don't end, the whole, if they're gonna, if they have the strike team thing going still, if they have some sort of story to tell still that they had planned, to just keep it, flesh it out, and just keep going to a smooth transition through Vanguard, and we'll be fine. That's where I picture them going. But, if they don't, and they end the whole strike team thing and actually get us some characters to play as, that'd be great. Because that would give so much more depth to Cold War. The formula as a whole. Because Cold War, in my opinion, is probably the most perfect zombies experience granted there's only been one game in between, but it's probably the best zombies experience we've gotten since Black Ops 3. And, it's getting casual people into zombies again. And we're getting more people on it. And it's improved way more than Black Ops 4 ever did. And I'm glad for that. And I want them to keep on the ball with that. And keep it rolling. And not just butcher the story. But having characters would make basically just be Cold War, but even better. And that'd be amazing. If they had some characters to drive some actual personality into the maps, that'd be perfect. That would be something I would gladly have. As long as it's not really bad characters, as long as it's not Marlton from Transit, we're fine. I think we're pretty we're good. And the maps, all the Cold War maps are good, but I wouldn't say they're outstanding. So I would like to see them kind of step up a little bit and, get some good maps. Because, D Machine was good to start off on. It wasn't a remaster of a map. It had just it just so happens to have Noct in it. That's fine. Firebase was just a meh map. I think it's the worst map on Cold War. Mauer feels like classic zombies to me. Mauer is fantastic. I love that map. So I'm really excited to see what's gonna go for Season 6 and what's gonna happen in Vanguard. And honestly, zombies is probably the reason I'm gonna buy this game, to be honest. Because at the moment, the only thing I see myself actually going out of my way to play is zombies. And I really just don't, at the moment, I don't see multiplayer as being a thing I'm gonna play a lot. Because we don't even know if skill-based matchmaking is gonna be in the game yet. And to me, I think it probably will be. I'm just gonna I'm calling it right now before I get my expectations up that it's gonna be gone. Because, I've seen this pattern now with Activision, where they have something that one of the devs will bring in, and then for the next 3 years they'll stick it in the game until every developer has done that little thing that got added. And then once every developer has done it once 1 3-year cycle has gone since that was added, then they'll, see if they're going to get rid of it or not. Because if the community hates it, even if the community hates it, they'll keep it in for 3 years, and then they'll get rid of it. And you know, that's why I expected the gunsmith system to come back. That's why I expect skill-based matchmaking to come back, is because they like to stick it in there so every dev can do their version of it, and then they get rid of it. And it's funny too that they get rid of some of these things, because, you know, like, some of the devs down the line, they're like, okay, we'll take this and we'll add our spin on it, and they actually improve the system a lot, like, you know, gunsmith or whatever, and they'll make it a lot better. And then by the time 3 years is done and they've, you know, really perfected that mechanic or whatever it is and gotten it, like, to a point where the community's like, okay, we really like this. This is actually, like, good now. And then they get rid of it and scrap it. And it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, you've tortured us enough with the first 2 years of the system or whatever, and now that it's actually improved and people are actually kind of enjoying it, you removed it. And obviously this doesn't go for skill-based matchmaking. Obviously nobody would say that about skill-based because everyone hates it. But the point still stands. I think that skill-based is going to be in, at least for this game, and then they'll think about changing it. I don't think they're going to change it before this game releases or during this game releases. It's definitely going to be after its entire lifespan, and then they'll probably be like, okay, maybe we might remove skill-based matchmaking or put it back to the way it was or whatever, because apparently, according to the devs, there was skill-based matchmaking in, like, Black Ops 2 and Advanced Warfare, but who knows. But I mean, Vanguard as a whole, I'm open-minded, but I'm not getting my expectations, you know, up super high. I'm not expecting, like, a groundbreaking Call of Duty at the moment. I'm not. And that's not a dig at Sledgehammer. I love SledgeHammerGames, you know, as a studio, and I love the COD games that they make. I liked World War II. I had a lot of fun on World War II. I love Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare is honestly one of my kind of favorite COD multiplayers to play, honestly. I'll get a hankering to play that every once in a while, and I'll just gladly jump on it. I like the games that they make. I like Sledgehammer. I like the games that they make. I like some of their ideas behind things. So I'm hoping they can deliver a COD that's good this year. I'm hoping that they can stick something good to us this year, and, you know, prove us wrong as a community that this game is going to be maybe bad or meh or whatever. But that's all from me. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe. I'm trying to grasp onto anything I can for content. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, what more content I want to do with this channel. I've been really thinking about uploading more, and I want to see what avenue I want to go with content. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Like I said, like, subscribe. Tell me your opinions on Vanguard in the comments as well. So November 5th, watch out for Vanguard. Hopefully the beta is good. I'll be playing that. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.